Hi everybody, and welcome to my small living room in my 950 square foot bungalow home built in the 40s. Now, because the space is small and my living room actually kind of intermingles with my foyer, whatever you'd like to call it, entryway area, it really needs to have some definition. So one of the ways I did that was by putting area rugs down, which really helps define the spaces. But what I do want to do is create more visual space, even though I don't have square footage. So these are 5 simple things that I did that really don't cost a lot of money, really easy to do, don't need special tools, and anybody can accomplish them. So let me show you what they were. Let me also explain to you, this video is not about decorating. I'm not a formal decorator. I don't have a design degree. I am just going to tell you what I did to create more visual space in my area and to update the look without costing an arm and a leg. A lot of designers are telling you basically almost rework your entire space, telling you things are outdated. And yes, things can be outdated. And one of the things is, I think, skirts on the bottom of couches. This couch is fairly large. Both my couch and my 2 chairs had skirts on them. It was really easy. I just ripped them off. They were stapled on. And what I did was I put trim on the chairs. I left this blank because this trim came off really cleanly. What I like now is that the legs are exposed. It gives more visual space. The piece doesn't look as heavy. It looks more updated. And the second trick is, if you don't like the legs, you can actually just change them out if it's feasible and it's not going to cost too much money. Otherwise, just make sure they're cleaned up. You can use a paint pen, to clean them up with, and it's super simple. And this automatically redefines your space as to being not granny, which I don't understand why people want to have a granny style house anymore. I'm in my 60s. I don't want a granny style house. So here's a closer look of what I mean by my chairs without the hem on them. I put some rickrack on that. I bought it from Hobby Lobby, really inexpensive. You can either staple that on, I glue gun that on. And the legs are fine. Again, allows me to look underneath my furniture, gives more visual space. And here's my couch. The bottom was really clean. I decided because of the pattern, I did not really need to put any trim on that. So I left it as it was. Again, the legs are in fairly good shape. I could touch them up with a paint pen here. And again, I have all this visual space, and it instantly updates this couch, which has a pattern on it that I did probably 15 years ago. Now I'm going to focus on the second thing that I did with my home, and maybe some people will not agree, and that is fine, but my house is very small. So what I did was buy a combination lamp, which is very updated with this circular, nice linen shade, the chrome base, and it's round with tripod legs, giving a lot of open visual space. Again, I don't have the square footage, but it's making the space look larger because it's not bulky and heavy. What I like about this is it's dual purpose. I can charge my phones here. It has extra plugs on the side here. And because of that, I only have one plug going to an outlet, which makes it look a lot more cleaner, less clutter. So one of the things a lot of people talk about if you want to create visual space is to declutter and organize. And yes, that is part of it. But I'm going to tell you, there are people that put a lot of little pictures all over their walls, and I've done that too. I am definitely a partner in crime in that. But what I found was going with much larger pieces of artwork has made a huge difference. It covers the walls much more cleanly. I don't have a lot of holes all over the place when I take it down as well. And if you don't like the color of your wall, it's going to detract from that. And you don't have to go out and buy paint and do all this physical work if you're not up to it. So let me give you a couple of the things that I put on my walls, which now are covering up the boring beige I have. They have a place for my eye to look, which is visually appealing, and it is a focal point. And it's not just a bunch of random little hobnobby pictures all over the wall. So this is my foyer area, and I decided to go with a 40 by 40 inch picture right here. I had a vignette of a couple of little mirrors and a plate on the wall, and I said, enough. I want something where my eye can focus on, makes it look nice. It's covering the boring beige. It's giving a little bit of oomph to the foyer area, and it's playing off the lamp really nicely. And because it's doing that, it doesn't make my space feel as small, and it gives my eyes a chance to rest on one object instead of going helter-skelter all over the place. I can definitely say the same with using large clocks, which I know designers have actually poo-pooed. I don't know why. I like clocks. I use the clock all the time to look at the time in my dining room, in my living room, in my kitchen. I also put a larger picture over my coffee station here, which really looks nice. Again, it's covering a lot of the boring beige wall. And if you haven't watched my video when I install this really cool LED wall fireplace, you can do so. But again, it's taking up a lot of visual space in my dining room. I put a really interesting picture above it, just one large picture. That picture is like 38 inches by 16 inches. And the LED fireplace is 55 inches across. So it takes up a lot of wall space, and it's just visually appealing, and my eye is not going all over the place, and it actually makes my dining room look larger. Do you want to create instant visual space? I took down the chandelier in my dining room. I have now a flush mount light fixture, and believe me, it makes all the difference. It is not blocking the visual view across my dining room table anymore. It's all nice and clean and open. And these come in a variety of sizes, multiple light settings, and they're really, really nice. I am so glad I did this. I am totally against the hanging chandeliers. I just don't see the purpose of them hanging in my face and making it actually cuts off my visual view to my back windows and to the front of my foyer. As I said, I really like to use clocks, and if you want to use a lamp in the corner that's more of a what I call a stick lamp, they are much more narrower, they're not bulky, and they allow more visual space around them. So that's also a nice alternative if you don't need a table lamp or a table to use. But the final thing I did was that we bought a larger television. We bought one that was 60 inch. And we really have a really small space between here and there. I mean, that's the space we have. So we needed to find something to put it on. So I found these three, what they call little buffet tables, they called them. And what I liked about them, again, they have the open space underneath, which creates more visual space, not square footage. And it has all these little storage doors. And I changed out the drawer pulls, but here I keep some, alcohol, but we keep wipes for the cleaning of the television. I have a bunch of light plugs and other things in here. So it has a double duty purpose, and that's really, again, important when you have a small space. You need places to put things and not have this clutter all over the place. The last thing I want to show you that I did, which you can use as a trick to create visual space on almost any table or a piece of furniture that's sitting a little bit too low to the ground or is flush to the ground, is put legs on it. I did a video on the upcycle of this 3-drawer wicker dresser. I put new drawer pulls on it, and I put black legs on it, and I use it now as an end table in my bedroom. Came out really great. It's very functional. And I really like the fact that it, again, opens the floor space underneath, and it's easy to clean. It gives more visual space, and you can actually then store things underneath there if you do need it for space, or just shove your slippers or shoes underneath there. It's really simple. So again, double duty. If you've noticed, I am aware that these drapes are fairly heavy and they're short and they do look outdated, but there was a specific function to having these on my window. When I bought the house, the windows were old, there was no insulation, and these draperies are used primarily to keep the heat in. We've since changed out blinds. We put Roman shades on all the windows. And now I'm going to take those down and put something that's more lightweight, sheer, just going to give it a more airy appearance, again, creating some visual space. This concludes my video of how you can create visual square footage without actually having square footage. It's really simple, easy, it's fun, it doesn't cost a lot of money. Probably most of these things you can do on your own and without really special tools. So if you like this video, please give it a like, a share, a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you next time on Big City Girl, Small City Living. Bye.